And also, the players, by the way, this is the other hilarious dynamic for the All-Star game, which we always have to remember. This from Marty Caswell. Fernando Tatis said he had booked a hotel yesterday for a mini vacation before finding out today he was selected to the All-Star game. Fernando's like, do I have to go? And by the way, to that point, I know it's like, guys, come on, appreciate that you are being an All-Star. Like, how would you not want to go? It's like, listen, it's a long season. If you've done this whole All-Star thing before, it is no surprise and honestly no shame for your players to be like, ooh, my back's feeling a little stiff. I know I've played 25 straight games leading into the break, so it seems ridiculous to say that I have an injury, but I think I'd rather take it easy instead of fly to Atlanta and, so that's going to happen too. That's going to happen too, and that's fine. Good. Then we'll get Seiya Suzuki in the game.
To rest on this lounge chair on the beach with a Corona in my hand. And I think we're going to see a lot of that this year because, one, relatively unalluring destination. Atlanta outside in July is...
Let me finish. That part, yes.
Atlanta outside in July for the guys who start the second half on the West Coast and finish the first half on the West Coast, like the Dodgers and I believe the Giants, where it's like, you're out there, you got to fly across the country and then fly back, and then you only have like 2 days. I think we're going to see some oof.
Speaking of the Dodgers, I can think of someone who maybe could use a rest on his body, but is going to be going to the All-Star game because the commissioner wants him to. That's Clayton Kershaw, who has been remarkably durable so far this season, which is wonderful, coming off his multiple offseason surgeries. And shame on us because we just had a conversation, a wonderful emailer saying, hey guys, remember when the commissioner had Miguel Cabrera and Albert Pujols as All-Stars and called them legacy picks or legend picks, and then they just didn't do that ever since, and we just like, are we ever going to see that again? And we speculated. We said, well, yeah, the problem right now is that none of these pitchers want to admit that their careers are ending, and so it would feel a little disrespectful to tell them like, hey, your career is ending, we're going to honor you. But in this case, compared to Scherzer and Verlander, who are either injured or pitching poorly, Clayton Kershaw is pitching and pitching well, and we at least know that he is, plausibly done soon.
So 2 thoughts.
And I don't think he would take this as disrespect. And so, but maybe you disagree. I mean, I imagine they have to have had, there's no way they did this without having some amount of sense that he would be interested. Because that, to me,
for sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm just making sure we're on the same page.
If he declines this now, that's such a bad look, but so funny. I think there's a chance he like goes and doesn't pitch, right? Like that could totally happen.
For sure. I did not expect him to pitch at all.
Here's why it's Kershaw, not Verlander or Scherzer. Okay. Kershaw is significantly more reasonable and realistic about who he is right now in his life and in his career than those 2 other gentlemen. Okay. He understands his physical limitations and I think is more humble about them. 2, and the real reason he's going is he just got 3,000 strikeouts. And I think they want to honor that accomplishment and give that some shine on a big stage. And it feels like a good mechanism to do that.